I really love her.
I call her my heart horse. She's an angel.
She is an angel. So cute.
Welcome back to Cure Source. If you didn't watch part 1 of this 2-part 30-day training session with Dan and Katie, then in part 1 of the video we worked with Javelin. At home I am having an issue with her just not going forward and steering, and also like riding inverted. She wants to put her head up as opposed to accepting the bit and going forward, and I am worried that if I ride her like this long term that she would have issues, because an inverted horse is never a good horse and it can cause a lot of problems on their backs.
You know, like you ever deadlift? If you deadlift with bad form, you will break yourself. It's the same thing with them. Hollow back, head in the air, not using your butt will create massive issues.
We've made a ton of progress, but I'm gonna have a lot of homework to do at home, and I'm realizing I'm gonna have to change my riding style. And now it's part 2 of the video, the training video, the final part, and Dan is working with Maverick. For those of you that don't know Maverick and are new to the channel, this is Maverick. She's my Oldenburg mare. She's about to turn, well, she just turned 6, and with the exception of goofing around with her in the pond, I train my horses in the herd environment. Like, she's not broke here, just jumping on her back. You guys probably remember this from a couple of years ago, but with the exception of just hanging out with her in the pond and kind of jumping on her bareback, her experience of riding was last year, the end of last year with Joy and I. We did a really good job. This is the first time getting on Maverick with a saddle on. We came a long way. We got to walk chart canter, and we did a lot of like hill work and ponying, and we just got really far fast with Maverick. But the spring came and I'm an accountant and I got busy working on some continuing education and some other projects. So I sent her away for 30 days with Dan just to kind of bring her along that training when I was preoccupied and get her ready for the spring summer so we can hopefully bring her out to some shows this year.
Where she's wanting to push her hip that way and her shoulder to me, that's no bueno.
Yeah. Who do you think would be best for that like little hunt on Saturday?
Javelin.
Javelin, okay.
100%. That's an easy one.
Yeah.
She's just further along than she is.
Yeah.
Like, this one, don't rush it.
She's too nice to rush,
because,
yeah, like if she was to jump or do something, she's very powerful.
well, you could get her real upset real quick.
Get her upset.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Just because, like I said, there's a lot of horse, and if you don't, it's one of those deals where, like, I tell people all the time, everybody wants a sports car, you know, but you have to drive it like a sports car. You know, you can't drive a NASCAR car like a Yugo.
This is Dan doing groundwork with Maverick. The majority of their training, I know I didn't show much of it in the part 1 video of Javelin, but the majority of his training was groundwork. He actually didn't have that many rides with Maverick, and you're going to see he didn't work on the canter. It was not solely, but the majority of his training was groundwork. So I know I didn't capture that in part 1, but I can assure you he does do a lot of that groundwork.
And she's big and powerful, man, so she gets really upset. She can learn to unload you in a heartbeat.
Yep.
And I have ridden horses that they were big and tough and they scared people, and then people just kind of made menaces of them, and you can't
do anything when they're older. Yeah. She's her mover. Her dad is one of the nicest moving stallions. She kind of got his movement, and then we did a couple of jumps, and her mom's a Grand Prix jumper, and she's got her mom's jump.
Yeah. She's got a big old head. So all that balance work has really made a difference with her.
Well, Javelin did amazing, Katie. It was amazing to see the transformation on Javelin.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that.
Initially, I'm just like, just get her going so I can try ride her, but she's so much more than that,
and,
you know?
And I think the biggest thing is like I said, short and sweet.
Just for context, I'm talking to Katie, which is Dan's wife, and we're talking about Javelin.
In order to give you the best ride.
Right, yeah.
Probably still test the boundaries sometimes, but that's why I also say, like, she's fantastic right now. So lovable.
Regimate doesn't necessarily technically prevent them from cycling.
Yeah, I would definitely get Javelin on that ride. Started it, but it's hard to inject her with the needles.
Oral shot.
I think she could use some Regimate. I think that would make a big difference. In a big bottle, it comes in like a big bottle, and you
Mhm.
get a syringe that literally stabs into the top of the bottle. Turn it upside down, draw it up, squirt it on their food.
Big deal. Yeah, I could try that.
That's
yeah.
easy, but you got to make sure she's fed separate. So, Katie, I told Jack that this is one that you need to like on the ball because it's a lot of horse.
It is a lot of, yeah. Yeah, you definitely have to come up with a riding plan for her, is what I would say.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest thing is consistency. So even if you're like, this month is crazy hectic, I'm just going to, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm just going to lunge her for the next 4 weeks. Just do that. But I think with her, consistency is key because she's still building her.
Her muscle.
Well, besides the fitness thing, she's still building her confidence. I mean, this is nothing.
She got her move is like second to none. She got her daddy's move.
Yeah. I mean, she's got a lot of lift.
Too.
Yeah, she's got great action in the hop.
And he's finally starting to try to look soft in the bridle.
Ooh.
So
Yeah, like this.
it took a long time for her to actually try. Because usually, like, when I started doing this, she went the entire time with her tongue, with her, gritted teeth. But that's one of those things, like, I don't hold it again. It'll get better.
Yep.
And lunging's going to be her friend with you to get going. Like, don't just hop on her. You can hop on her cold back, but I would suggest lunging.
Lunging, yeah.
Honestly, I ride a bunch of Warmblood jumpers around in town. I send them all around on a lunge line before I get on. And I don't really ever lunge horses, but I just know that they need a warm up.
Right. She's got to listen, walk, talk, canter to her cues. She's got to be on the bit, but it's like, okay, you need this time.
This is one that I haven't really cantered her under saddle yet. Just not
balance.
Yeah, she's not really ready for it, and I would rather get her really good.
Yeah, like that.
Like that.
It's a balance thing, and if you push them, then they get all wobbly and they lose the confidence. So with Warmbloods, especially, you've got to take things slow and build their confidence, because I mean that's a lot of horse right there to maneuver together, and then when they start to push with power, then that's even for them. It's also figuring out how to maneuver that amount of power. Proprioception,
where the feet are.
Her hind feet is tracking in the same footprint as.
Yeah, she looks drop dead gorgeous right now.
What's that?
She looks drop dead gorgeous.
She looks great.
Yeah, she's really got some more muscle on her. Yeah, considered breeding her, and I'm like, no, I want to ride her a couple of years first. So, did she give you any hard times when you were on her?
Baby stuff.
Baby stuff, yeah. But nothing dangerous, it feels like when I was on her. But I guess I rode her with other horses, though. You know what I'm saying? It hasn't been independent by herself. It's a big difference, you know?
So, everything was like, she's like, kind of like just a baby almost. Like,
yeah.
She rides like a baby.
Alrighty, it's time to get the girls back home. Everyone misses them. The balance is kind of off right now, as you can see. I don't have the video of me riding Maverick. We didn't do too much, and we just kind of walked and did a little bit of trotting, but she's moving a lot better, and she's learning to bend. She's just moving really nicely. Although we're only walking and trotting, that's okay. There is not a rush. Maverick is my heart horse. She's mine forever, and I don't need to be galloping or jumping or doing anything crazy right now. I'm very happy with what she learned over the last 30 days. And on the next video, I'm going to get her into the round pen and do a riding video of her and just continue Maverick's training. Dan has worked a lot with my horses in the past, including Janana. He gave Sarge his foundation, and he did some work with Prince too when I first bought him. He's had a tremendous impact on my herd, just giving us a good foundation, teaching us discipline, which I need. The education for my herd is continuously going to improve this year. I'm curious about all different riding styles and different techniques. If there are any different styles of training that you feel the herd will benefit from, and myself included, then please drop it in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Bye.